Let's talk career success today. For some people, successful career is title and credentials. For some, it's about money and income. And for some, it's a scale of what you're doing, the size of the impact that you can make with your work in the world. Either way, I have a bad news. Corporate world likes extroverts. If you work in a company, you may already experience that yourself, when sometimes you observe how easier it is for an extroverted person to, for example, get a promotion. So, what do we do about it if we're not like that? First, I won't be a person who is recommending you a specific jobs for introverts. Honestly, I think it's absolutely ridiculous, and you can have any career you want, despite if you're introverted or extroverted person. Of course, some of it will be easier, some of it will be harder, but that's just everything in life. The question is, what can you do to increase your chances for a career success in the area that you want? Let's first quickly define introvert, extrovert, although I think that if you watch this video, you kind of know this about yourself. Extroverts often show an outgoing, talkative and energetic behavior, when introverts often show in reflective and reserved behavior. There is a popular belief that introverts are shy or socially awkward and try to avoid any social interactions, which is absolutely incorrect. Introverts can be highly sociable people. The essential difference is if after a lot of social contacts you require alone time to recharge, this is a sign of an introvert. When extroverted people are actually charging their batteries after these social contacts. And yeah, generally this separation is kind of artificial because people are really different, of course, but for the simplicity's sake, just a rule of thumb. If social interactions charges your battery, you may tend towards an extroverted side. And if you need an alone time to recharge after that, more introverted. Now, let's talk about how to make career if you're an introvert. Everyone advises that if you want to have a good career, you need to get out of your comfort zone, be initiative, be active, create social contacts, do networking, and many other things that I think make any introvert just want to hide under the blanket and never leave it again. But let me tell you, you can create a value with your work, address the actual needs, show an amazing results, and it is possible without draining the heck out of you and without turning your personality into something you are not. Often we take public people as a career role models, and they are always energetic and active, they're visibly passionate, they're inspiring, they're great leaders. But unfortunately we lack other visible role models, those who are, let's say, doing more than talking. I personally believe that the value of diversity is not only in race or gender, it's also in having people in the working environment with different personalities, different profiles. Don't get me wrong, there are certain skills that you will probably have to learn at a certain point in your career. For example, if you're a director of the department, you need to do a public speaking. But what I want you to do is to keep it balanced. Don't think that you have to be exactly like all these extroverted public figures. It's good to get inspired, but you need to understand your personality and learn how to respect your personal boundaries, respect your personality. So first, accept that your way of operating at work may be different than for some people around you. It's neither good or bad, you just need to know this about yourself. And second, don't feel pressure to step all the way out of your comfort zone. Keep learning and keep growing, but without squeezing yourself like a lemon. Now you may say, Liana, how do these things increase my chances for a career success? Well, my friends, let me tell you, if you neglect your personality, if you lack self-awareness and try to push yourself too much, guess what? It simply won't be sustainable. So if you don't want to end up in a burnout club, don't do this. Respect your personality, respect your introverted side. Be self-aware. Now, let's talk practical things. Surprise, in the corporate world, the one who is promoted is not always the one who is doing the best job. Sometimes it's just the most vocal, energetic, and active person out there. In good companies, there are actually systems to ensure that you're treated and evaluated fairly, for people with different personalities to have an equal opportunities for growth. But even if it's not the case, what you can do is to show actual results. Yes, you're an introvert, then leverage what you got. Leverage what you're good at. Do small one-to-one interactions with people. Learn and observe the needs and the problems that are around you at work. Focus on the need of others. And the first other in this equation is your manager. First, Always understand what is your manager's agenda, what is your manager's problem, what is your manager interested in achieving. Listen, observe, and analyze. Second, in parallel with that, it doesn't matter where you work, always look around for an improvement potential. Look at these problems, analyze it, and in the end, give what they need. Give the result that would satisfy this need, that would resolve this problem. If you understand what your management needs and you satisfy this need, you won't be unnoticed, even if you're an extremely introverted person. My last recommendation for you guys may be a little bit counterintuitive, maybe a little bit controversial, but I stand by it. Do not chase any promotion. It's a little bit weird, right? We're talking about how to make a career, and at the same time, I'm kind of telling you not to accept your promotions. Let me break it down. If you're working and you had at least one experience of even a small promotion in your life, you already know that it's really hard to say no to that for many reasons. Sometimes we take a given promotion because of the money, because of the prestige, but often we do it because it's just expected from us. We experience peer pressure, we experience a society pressure. If someone gave you an opportunity, you have to take it. Well, the consequences are pretty simple. If you take a promotion that is not really good for you, your stress level at work will get extremely high. And surprise, you won't be able to perform good. But how to find if you need to take this promotion or not? I have 3 great tips for you. And the first one is, think in advance, even before the promotion, what you like to do, but mostly what you hate doing. I personally sometimes notice that it can be challenging to formulate what we like about the job, but it's kind of easier to identify what we absolutely hate. Take a moment, think of it, reflect on it, and identify these key things that just drive you crazy at work. This understanding will help you a lot when you will make a decision of taking the promotion or not. And by the way, it's actually good to refresh things like that from time to time. I mean, we're all people, we develop, we change, so things like that may also change with time. Now, when we've learned that, the second step is learn carefully what the suggested job is all about. For example, you've been given a chance to take a role of, let's say, senior specialist. You need to clearly understand what would be the responsibilities in that role. Does it tend towards an administrative career when you will be, for example, managing a small team? Or maybe it's a professional direction where you will need to deepen a certain hard skills of yours. This is a really different direction. This is really different day-to-day responsibilities that you will have to do. And then from that, you will see how much extroversion this job demands. Because if it does, it may be okay for you, but it may also be too much. Now, the third tip. Imagine that you're saying yes. Imagine that you're accepting the promotion. Think about what would be a next career step after that one. For example, if you take this job, what would be the next level up after a year or two? And after you identified this, ask yourself, how am I feeling about this? Hello to a gentleman who joined the party. How much extroversion would this career track demand, not only just the next step that is in front of you? Also keep in mind that usually introverts are feeling better at work with the high autonomy level. I actually have a video about how to make your work enjoyable where I also cover the work autonomy topic, so I will link it somewhere here for you. Hope it will be also helpful. I also want to say, I believe that trying to be super extroverted, if after that it demands days of a recovery from you, is barely sustainable. So let's do a better job at taking care of ourselves at work while chasing our career dreams. I hope you find it helpful, and if yes, I'm really happy. Comment something, subscribe. I'm a relatively small channel, so I try to answer as much comments as I can. I will see you there. Bye!